You're listening to She's the Business podcast. Have you ever dreamt of making real impact in the world, like the sort of impact that brings about such a big change? There's a legacy left behind for future generations. Well, that sort of change and impact, it doesn't simply come from you doing great work. It comes from you being known for the work that you do, right? So today we're talking about what are the 3 signs you're meant to be a thought leader, and what is it that you need to do in order to be able to step into those shoes much sooner and start creating the impact you always wanted to create. Stay tuned, it's coming right up.
Hi, I'm your host, Jessica Osborne, and over the last 25 years in marketing and business, I've helped many brands to launch, scale, and grow, with some of them becoming multi-billion-dollar companies. I'm here to inspire you to get out of your own way and create a profitable, fulfilling business while living the lifestyle you really desire, without all the hustle. So I bring you She's the Business podcast, a unique blend of strategies, tactics, mindset, health, and spirituality, literally everything you need to be the successful leader of your dream business. Made by women for women, this is your weekly dose of motivation and inspiration.
Ladies, it's probably no big surprise to hear that most women, especially coaches, advisors, and experts, underestimate themselves. They think often that they have a marketing problem or a content consistency problem, and that's why they still feel so invisible. But more often than not, the real issue is this. You're playing at the level of a coach while everything inside you is built for thought leadership. And your niche is either too basic, too vague, or too safe for the leader that you're becoming. Today, I'm going to show you the 3 signs that you're already operating like a future thought leader, even if your results don't reflect it just yet. And why redefining your niche is the first absolute non-negotiable step to take to reach that next place. Right, so sign number 1 is that you have ideas that feel too big for the niche that you're currently in. Sign number 1 is that you have ideas that feel too big or too advanced for the niche that you're currently in. This is the classic early stage thought leadership tension. You have ideas that frustrate you a little because they're bigger, deeper, and more nuanced than what your current niche allows you to say. So an example of this would be where you want to talk strategy, but the people in your current audience are expecting just mindset. You want to challenge industry norms and really change the status quo and their perspective of it, but your niche is looking for things like tips and tricks. You may want rich conversations, but you're currently speaking to beginners that feel overwhelmed the moment you go beyond the basic 3 steps, and they're really just looking for those fast fixes. So what we have here is a real internal conflict because your identity is expanding. Your positioning just hasn't caught up just yet. So your frustration isn't really the problem. It's a signal that you've outgrown the box that you're currently positioned in. Sign number 2, your clients see you as the go-to expert, but the market doesn't yet. So this is the invisible plateau that stops brilliant coaches from rising. And it's really common. This looks like when inside your programs, your clients are raving about you. They get real breakthroughs. You hear things like, wow, you should be charging so much more. This is worth an incredible amount. You get unsolicited testimonials. They are more than happy to jump on a call and have a chat with you. And those clients return and upsell really easily. But outside your programs in the market, you're kind of still somewhat unknown. This gap doesn't mean that you're not good enough. It means that your positioning isn't strong or specific enough to represent your actual expertise. If the people closest to you see you as the expert, then positioning is the only missing ingredient stopping the market from seeing it too. Imagine the demand that you'll have if your external message matched your internal mastery. Incredible, right? The third sign is that you're bored by content that everybody else gets excited about. This is the clearest early signal of a future thought leader. So many coaches and people in the market get hyped by these same trends, reels, formulas, 3 secrets to this, all that kind of messaging, but you don't. It's feeling really shallow to you, surface level, overused, unoriginal, just boring. And you're the kind of person who craves nuance, depth, unique viewpoints, frameworks, intellectual challenge, conversations that stretch your mind. This sort of boredom that you're experiencing, it's not a lack of discipline. It's actually a sign that your brain is trying to evolve your position. So if the surface level content bores you, you're not lazy, you're just mispositioned or in a positioning that's not aligned with where you already are. So, when you're meant for thought leadership, then you're always going to feel a tension inside your business. If you're playing in a space that's too small for you or that is not expert led, right? When you're still trying to include too much in what it is that you offer or have too many broad and general things in your positioning, it's actually stopping you from elevating up to that position and status as a thought leader. You're not a thought leader in a broad general field. You're a thought leader in something specific that someone can say, that person is the expert in this thing. And that doesn't happen while we're still trying to that doesn't happen while you're still trying to have your eggs in too many different baskets, just in case the one that you're putting them in isn't the right basket. But the thing is that when it is your basket, it is the right one, right? The tension is not going to go away on its own. Thought leaders aren't born, they're positioned. And there are so many people who would have been capable of thought leader status if they'd only decided to actually put themselves out there and to bravely claim that space. The first shift always begins with defining the right niche, and it doesn't have to be scary. You don't go from 0 up to level 10 in one step, right? There are steps in between, and the very first step is a step that you take before anyone really even knows who you are. But it's getting that clarity that reflects your ambition and not your fear. Every month that you lack alignment in your positioning is a month that you lose authority, demand, and confidence. A misaligned niche means the wrong clients are the ones who are finding you. You've got watered down content. You've got resistance to marketing going on. Your offers are probably underpriced. You might be experiencing inconsistent sales and having zero compounding authority. Like there is no authority to build on. So there's no compounding nature of your authority, which is what happens when you do step into those shoes. Thought leaders build momentum over time. You don't start compounding until your niche has got to the depth and the level of expertise that is required to be attributed a thought leader type of status. Waiting just another year means another year of having generalist messaging, of waffling, of wondering whether it is that your offers are landing or not, wondering what sort of content you should put out. Another year of really hiding in plain sight. By next year, the coaching market is going to be even noisier, even more crowded, and there's likely going to be more newbies in there with far less experience than you who are bold enough to stake their claims. So, what can you do about it? Well, there is nobody who's coming along to give you permission. There is no one who's coming to say, hey, you've done enough now. You've put in the time. You have proved yourself. I'm giving you permission now to step up and be a thought leader. Nobody told the likes of Simon Sinek or Tony Robbins, like, hey, you can be a thought leader now. They just decided that they were going to lead. They decided they were going to step up and have thoughts. A thought leader who just has thoughts with no words is not a thought leader. They're just a thought haver. A thought leader is someone who leads with their thoughts. And that does require you deciding, hey, it's time for me to share my thoughts uninhibited and allow people to notice them, to recognize, to lean forward and to follow you. Your advantage is clarity. And if you delay in getting that clarity, then the opportunity is lost. So if you've been listening to this today and you're thinking, well, this is exactly me, this is the tension I've been feeling, this is the frustration that I'm having in my business, I know that I'm the hidden gem. It's just that nobody else can see it yet. Then your next step is not having more content, creating more content. It's not that whatever you're creating isn't good enough yet. It's not a new platform. It's not a new business coach. You just need clarity. So you can start with the program I put together, a 7-day program called the Niche Buster Challenge. Call it a challenge. It's really more of a program over 7 days. So you do one piece per day, because once you've finished the 7 days, at the end, you will have identified the unique, ownable space. We've literally just created your own space in the market where you're meant to lead. That is the real definition of an expert zone. You can't be an expert when there are thousands of experts, right? This is about stepping out of that generalist place into a space where you've defined it and you can be clearly seen as an expert. So that clarity, it doesn't just come overnight. It doesn't come from niching down, let's say. It actually comes from elevating up into an expert space. Once your niche matches your ambition, everything else becomes easier. Your content, your offer, it's clear to you exactly what it is that you should be offering and to whom, and how you're going to get them to the outcome that you know you can achieve, help them achieve. Your confidence, it just expands and grows. So thought leadership starts with one decision, and that is to claim your space. If you want my help to do it, then jump into the Niche Buster program. It's literally just 7 days, 1 week, and that's one amazing opportunity to elevate yourself out of the generalist market into your own space, your own category that you can own. Head over to jessicaosborne.com/niche challenge. You'll find the link in the show notes if you would like to go ahead and do that. And I'll see you in there if that's for you. If not, then please take away these thoughts. Think about it. Are you really in a space that you can own? If you're in a space crowded with others that are the same, but different, then this isn't an area that you can own. You're always going to be competing on price, and there is no thought leadership in there except maybe the person who created that space in the first place. And once it gets so crowded, even that original creator's voice is muted. It's dulled. It's drowned out by the hundreds and thousands of other voices in there. And that is a sign, when that's happening, that that space has just got too big. There's too many people there. Now you need to forge ahead like the pioneers and find new lands to settle. Find that place that you can own. And that's what's waiting for you when you make that decision. Sure, it's not going to be easy. Whoever said it was? It's not something that you can do in literally 5 minutes or even an hour or even maybe 5 hours. But it is something that can be done in a very short amount of time when you ask the right questions to uncover it, to really nut out where that place is and what it is not as well. Once you've done this, you will just find you're in a completely different space. You're suddenly operating in a space that feels light and free and clear because it is clear and you can finally see out. You can see your way, you can see your people, you know what to say to them, and they can see you. So let me know what stood out to you most in this episode. What was the thing that got you really thinking about it? Thought leaders are not born, they're positioned. And that's up to you to position yourself as a thought leader. So until next week, I'll see you soon. Have a good one.